Good morning from New York City. In the case that you haven't listened to Dear Constance for some time, or perhaps you're listening for the very first time, Wednesdays are the day that we ask questions. I announced last week that I'm starting a new segment, and I think I called it Wednesdays Are for Questions, but I want to give this segment a proper title, and the working title for me right now is We Ask Questions. Now, questions could be those that are asked to me, questions I'm asking myself right now, or they're beautiful questions. If you haven't heard me talk about beautiful questions, let me state it again. I learned this from the poet philosopher David Whyte, and beautiful questions are open questions. They're questions which can't be answered by the strategic mind alone. There's something we noodle, something we ponder, and they have the power to reorient us or to reorient the trajectory of our lives. I believe to kick off last week, I answered several questions that I received from friends and listeners. And today I'm going to put forth 3 questions. The first one is something I offered many episodes ago, and people really loved it. And it's this: what would love have me do today? The second and third questions are somewhat related or could be related. The second one is, what do I want to make more room for? What do I want to make more room for in my life? And the third and last one, what deserves to be? I have to say, I really love questions. I write down questions to myself all the time. And sometimes they're beautiful questions, and sometimes they're questions that I want answers for. The way we're wired, what happens when you ask a question is, on some level, maybe not always conscious, you start looking for answers. So here's one randomly that I have in my book. Who's doing great short form content? Because that's something I'm working on and I don't know the answer. Oh, here's another one. How can I possibly animate Dear Constance? Animation is a recurring thought of mine and is something that interests me. I think it's important and very effective. So I wrote this question: how can I possibly animate Dear Constance? And beneath it, I wrote, is animation now less expensive? Who do I need to be talking to? Writing down questions is like a way to direct my subconscious. It's kind of like I'm peppering my subconscious with things I want to ponder or noodle, answers I want to be looking for. And oftentimes I'll stumble upon questions I wrote in the past. And I'm like, wow, it's just so interesting. I'll close today by repeating the questions. What would love have me do today? What do I want to make more room for? What deserves to be? I'll leave you with that today. Until next time, from my heart to yours.